Hi, I'm Alex.
Hey y'all, and I'm Ryan, and this is
Alex and Ryan Unscripted.
Hey y'all.
This is episode 15.
15. That's crazy.
It is. It seems like a long time, but it also don't seem like we've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, when I saw the number pop up, I was like, is that correct?
Yeah. Like, even when I look at like our page, I'm like, dang, it's a lot of scrolling I got to do to get down to the newest episode. Like, it's not that much scrolling, but it ain't, you know what I mean? Like, it's
quite a few. Yeah,
it's enough. But before we get into the topic, what we were talking about earlier is the movie Straw that came out recently, and you said you haven't watched it, right?
Yeah, girl, but I don't really plan to.
Okay, so this may be spoiler alert kind of thing, but I watched it. One of my friends told me to watch it because she was like, you have to watch it. I said, okay, let me try. I tried.
But she was like, you have to watch it because it's good, or you have to watch it because it's...
You know what? Let me see what she sent. Because I think it was just like, she was like, girl. Okay. She says, please watch the movie Straw on Netflix. She'll never really tell me, like, watch. Okay, maybe the way I was dramatic. Please watch, you know? I said, okay, I will. Is it good? She said, yes. She said, I will say watch at your own risk. I said, oh, yikes. I said, yikes, is it like that? She said, yes and no. And she texted me that Sunday at 8 in the morning. And Sunday at night, no, I said, girl, no, hold on. Oh, no, they were talking about baddies. We got onto baddies. But Monday night, I watched it. And I texted her, I said, why would you ever tell me to watch that movie? Because at first I was like, when I first saw a few scenes, like the first like few minutes, I'm like, is she want me to watch this because it's about a struggling single mom? You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm struggling. I'm a single mom. So you want me to, like, you trying to tell me something? But then I really watched it. Ryan, it was, I boo-hooed.
Pull on your heartstrings.
Yes, it really did. Especially about a baby. And then the mom just, like, almost like in a psychosis. Like, grieving. It was so sad. And then I keep seeing, like, on TikTok, people's reactions, and I tear up every time. Even though I know the outcome. I know it's a movie, but that stuff is real. Like, in real life, that stuff is real.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. And I think that's why it tears me up, because it's like, I could not imagine.
I've seen a lot of people post about it on Lemonade as well. Some girl said that her mother cried from the beginning to the end. And I was like, I don't want to feel that right now.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, I'm seeing people think pieces on how, like, and I'm with them when it comes to this. Tyler Perry has done some good work over the years, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like the same storyline every time, just a different. Maybe the plot's not that different, but it's like the same storyline with just different actors, and the actors be doing their thing. You know, don't get me wrong. But it's just like
I think this one was completely different.
Really?
Yeah. Like, obviously it's, I guess a single mom
struggling.
Yeah.
Ain't got no money.
But it is a little different because of the situation and what she's dealing with. And to me, I don't know, it's just real life.
Have you seen, like, do you watch his stuff?
Yeah. A few of his stuff. Some of the stuff I'm like, I can't get with. You know, like, okay. Nah, I prefer not to. But I think, I'm not gonna lie, I do think this one was probably the best one he has done.
Oh my gosh, really? I saw somebody else say that. Well, a couple people say that, actually. Yeah. And I'm like, what? Maybe I should watch it. I don't know.
I think you should. If you're in that, you know what I mean, it is a sad movie. And I think also what made it really good is because I didn't expect it to how it ended. And it's like, dang, it's like,
Girl, because after the last one, he just pushed out. I'm like, absolutely not.
What was the last one?
The very last one.
I forget. I don't even think I watched it.
Oh my gosh. I did. Where did I watch it? Was it Amazon Prime? I forget, girl. Oh, man, I forget. But the last one was a joke. It was a joke.
Yes, I don't know.
Let me see. Oh, why isn't it just listed? Oh, Duplicity.
I don't think I watched that.
No need. No need. I don't know these actors' names.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the acting in
Tyler Lepley and Cat Graham. Ronico Lee. Ronrico. I don't know. And Megan Tandy.
I don't know. That's the first guy. Tyler. We can say Tyler
Lepley.
Yeah.
That man is cute.
Yeah.
His acting, it could probably be better if I just want to see him work with somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
688, he did his thing. That was a good movie. The 6888.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, with the women that fought in the war. Well, they didn't fight in the war, but they was over like the male in the war. It's like it's mostly like a history documentary kind of thing, but it's a good movie. Oh, see that one, he did his thing, but I feel like he did his thing because Carrie don't play.
Yeah.
Okay. Carrie don't play.
Yeah. I do think, he does need a little work on acting. Same thing with.
But if you say it's good, then
yeah, I really liked it, and the outcome, it just surprised you. And it's like, even though she was doing wrong, people still had some sort of like remorse and like understanding. Mm-hmm. For her. And most of it was Black women who did. Because they understood.
Yeah.
And it's just, girl, I was crying. I texted her, why would you ever tell me to watch that? But yeah, it was good. I think you should watch it whenever you get a chance to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Tyler a chance.
Yeah.
Another one, because after I saw that Duplicity, girl, me and my friend last night were just talking about A Fall from Grace and how that one was just a whole comedy show, like a comedy sketch show.
Yeah.
So I was like, ain't no way these are.
I will say some of the acting with Tiana Taylor was a little like, a little cringy to me a little bit. But, I mean, other than that, I think it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
It was like some of her acting. And I see people doing it.
Yeah, I've seen it all over. That's all just like, is this something to take serious? Because, girl, all over TikTok, well, first off, we play all day anyway, but just seeing their, like, their little parodies that they make.
Yes, they're hilarious.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, is this one of those, like, a joke? Like, even though the movie may be sad, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's just like, oh my gosh, this was not done well.
Yeah. I would say no. This was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it a chance.
Okay. All right. So I guess just to get into our topic, do you want to start with what you have?
Yes, y'all. So riddle me this. Would you say this is a red flag or a green flag when it comes to marriage? Now, we're both not married, right? But we know, well, we're learning what we want and what we don't want. And I think that's very important when going into any relationship, whether it be platonic, friendship, well, romantic. Yeah. So I saw this TikTok, and this lady was saying, and I hope I'm not misquoting her, but she was saying sometimes like being in a marriage is kind of like being a single, and she does have children, but like it's like being a single mom. And I was like, man, well, first off, she had me at those words because I was like, I never want to say that when I'm in a marriage.
Right.
But then she was like, for the ladies that get it, get it. And she was just saying how her husband, when he comes in from work, he can drop his bags and he can leave back out again. Like, because he's a man. And that's what men do. Like, they don't have the... What did she say? I don't know, but I'm paraphrasing at this point. But like, basically, like, when it comes down to the man and the woman is going to be the one, especially if he's the one working and you're a stay-at-home mom, like, you're going to be the one with the kids day in and day out, and he's going to be the one, getting the money. But when he comes home and he's still like, all right, I'm here now and I'm gone the next minute, like, I understand you just got done with a day's work, but it's like, I don't know. Because me and my friend was talking about this yesterday, and she was like, I understand you're tired, you just got off work, like, giving you your space, but also know, like, when you come home, you're clocking in as dad. I mean, not that you ever clock out as dad, but like, you're actually present now. You're in the home. And it's a us now. We're a team.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give you your time, because nobody wants to, I don't want to say that. I don't say that. But basically, I'm going to give you your time to unwind and to, get settled in. But also know these are your children as well. And she was just saying how, like, yeah, he just come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. It's not like a, hey, did you need to go somewhere? Or, hey, did you need me to do XYZ for them? Did you need a... She's like, it's not that. And she's like, he's a great father. He's a great husband. It's just men are men. And I was like, that's a red flag to me. That's a red flag to me. And again, I'm like, maybe this is just what works for them. Because women in the comment was like, yes, girl, I understand. He do the same thing too. But I'm just like, and there's like, yeah, majority of women go through this. And she was like, if this is not your marriage, then this is not your marriage. And she was like, and stop trying to eat me up in the comments. Stop coming for you in the comments. Because there were a sprinkle. It was a sprinkle of women that were like, no, my husband, he comes in and he's like, hey, do you need anything? Do you need to go somewhere? Just checking in.
Right.
I'm not even checking in. Like, after he's done unwind and settled down, he's like, okay, give mom a break. Or, hey, okay, go away for an hour or something, 30 minutes, do what you got to do just to settle down a little bit as well.
Right.
But the women in the comments were like, well, majority, let me say that. Majority of the women in the comments were like, no, this is how it goes. And I was like, I don't want that to go.
I don't
in my marriage.
I don't either.
Not mine.
No.
So I was like, that's a red flag to me.
I think so too. Especially like, okay, so if you are, so I'm assuming she's a stay-at-home mom.
I think she is.
And how many kids?
I think multiple.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's stuff that need, like, to me, I mean, that's a job in itself. You know what I mean? Yeah, you are with your kids, and yeah, does your kid get to go for nap time? But that's your free time. Nap time is like, okay, well, now let me straighten up, let me clean. You know what I mean? Like, especially having multiple kids. And if they're younger, they're running around everywhere. You know, you gotta like, okay, let's go to the park. Now we're going out and we're doing this. Okay, let's sit down. Let's color. Okay, here's this activity. It's kind of like your kids are like at daycare, and a daycare provider gets paid for that. You know what I mean? Because it is a job, right? So like, don't get me wrong, stay at home mom job, but it's like because you're a mother, but like it's still, you still get exhausted, you get tired, and you need a break away from your kids because. Yeah, that to me, and it's like, okay, well, you just get to go freely whenever you want, and then now you're just expecting me just to be here with the kids, and I'm getting burnt out because I don't even have, where's time for me? Where's time for me to do what I enjoy? Because now I'm losing myself, not only with my kids, but in my marriage. You know what I mean? And my husband, like, because you're not being considerate that I too have a life outside of my marriage and kids, and like there's things that I like, and you're not considering that. And I don't think that the man should even ask, "Hey, do you need a break?" No, you know I need a break. Everyone needs a break from from something. Like I need. Don't ask me, "Hey, do you want me to do dishes?" Just do them. Or like, "Hey, I'm about to do the dishes." You know what I mean? Like, "Oh, I'm about to clean." Hey, go just take a bath. You know what I mean? Just do it rather than asking, because like, I don't know. I like that. I think it's just very inconsiderate.
Yeah.
Because there's supposed to be some sort of compromise. Like, I know you had a long day at work. I get it. And you're tired.
And I had a long day at the house.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
And then once we get these kids to bed, then here goes our free time. Like, here's our time together or our time separate. But like, you got to work with me because my job don't stop because, it's a certain time. When you're a parent every day, all day. It don't matter. Yeah. Like, and that isn't, that's a red flag for me. And I do not want to experience that at all. Especially, like, I get, like, if you're a single parent and that spouse is not there, or like you don't have no one, okay, then yeah. But if you're telling me there's someone who's walking into this house with me and we live together and we're not even doing it together, and I feel like I'm a single parent, no, I shouldn't feel that way. I don't want to feel that way.
I shouldn't. That part, yeah.
But I mean,
that's
what works for their marriage works for them. But if she come to the internet and said that, like, then, like, was she asking, like, is this normal? Like, what was she?
No, she was like, we need to be real. Because her page is, authenticity and living life. Like, they love her. Her people love her. Her fans, subscribers love her. Because they're like, you're going to keep it real. And I'm like, I think you said the perfect word. I think it's inconsiderate.
Yeah. But just because that's real doesn't mean that it's right. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just because that's your reality doesn't mean that it should be everyone's reality or should be even a reality.
Yeah.
Because then now we're just giving men excuses to what? Not be a parent? Not be the father? Like, to come in, you got to grow up and be the parent. I get it. You're tired. We're all tired. Get over it. You had a kid. Multiple kids. So take care of them with me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't like that. That is a huge red flag to me.
Yeah. But what's sad is, I'm telling you, majority, not some, because I'm scrolling, okay? I'm like, am I the only one that feels like this is not right? But girl, I felt alone in the sauce for a minute, because a lot of the women in the comments were like, girl, you're speaking nothing but truth. Like, he's a great father. He's a great husband. But when it comes down to the children, it's all me.
Yeah.
He's going to come and go as he wants. He's not going to have the wherewithal to know what they need exactly or how to really. And I'm just like, why not? Like, I do understand there's a difference between men and women.
Yes.
But it's like, I should be able to leave you alone with our children.
Yep.
and be okay to know that the house isn't going to burn down. Like,
Yeah.
but there were some women, again, like a handful of women in the comments, like, not my marriage. I'm leaving as I please. Okay. And I'm not asking.
Right.
I mean, granted, like, yes, be respectful.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, he will come in. But yeah, some of them say he would come in with a line of questioning, like, hey, do you need this? Do you need this? Or like, hey, I need to run to this place real quick, but I'll be right back. Or when I come back, you can run or whatever, do what you got to do. But I saw, this was probably like last year, I saw this TikTok and this girl was like, if I need to go run an errand, I'm going to tell him I need to go run an errand.
Right.
I'm not going to ask him, hey, do you mind watching our children? He's not a babysitter. He's their father.
Yeah.
Just like how he runs out and say, hey, I got to go run here real quick. Got to go to Home Depot. I'll be right back. Okay. I got to go run to Walmart. I got to go run to Sephora. I got to go run to the beach. But like, and she was like, I'm going to go run. I'm going to run these streets. Like,
yeah.
And I think that is something that we do have to talk about, because majority of them women was like, yeah, the men are just going to be men and they're just not going to pick up on certain things or do certain things that we do because it's not in their mind to do so.
That irritates.
And I was like, it's giving that line of boys will be boys.
Yes. And to me, that's not that men will be men is because we're teaching them and we're accepting that they're doing that. No, if you was to actually fix it, teach them like, no, this is what you do instead of this. You know what I mean? Like, no, that irritates me. Because regardless if he's a man or not, he should still be helping you with the kids. He can cook. He can make food for everyone in the house. He can clean. He can watch these kids while I go out and go to the gym, do my errands, do what I need to do.
Yeah.
That is, to me, those roles is not man or woman. You know what I mean? To say a man would be a man is, okay, so then you're just accepting what? That you're just never going to get help from him with the kids? And you're okay. Like, if you're okay with that, cool. But like, girl, y'all could compromise.
It's a partnership.
Yes.
Partnership.
Yeah, like, no. That's one thing that irks me is a man will be a man, boys will be boys. No. Because I'm not accepting that. And best believe let me have a son. No. You finna do, oh yeah, like, no. That does not fly with me.
Girl, hello?
Because I've been taught like even though I'm a girl, like, boys hold the door open for people, take out the trash and do that stuff. Well, I do all that. I don't care if you are a man or a woman, I still hold the door open for you because it's out of respect. You know what I mean? You're behind me or I see you coming, I hold the door open for you.
Right.
I'm taking out the trash. Granted, I don't have no boy, like, man to take out the trash, but like, if the trash needs to be taken out, it's like, all right, let me take this trash out. Because at the same time, I would want my husband to do womanly, which I'm air quoting, to do like woman duties, whatever people think they are. I just don't see certain like gender roles. I just don't see. I think it's just what we should be doing as adults because we have to survive and live, and you should know how to do that on your own. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know. I think that's a whole nother topic. Boys will be boys. Ooh, I did not like that.
Did we talk gender roles? Did we do an episode on that?
I don't know. We just said so many episodes. I cannot remember.
I can't either. But I think it was on our list. I don't know, but that would be a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, girl, same.
Yeah.
Same.
That's a red flag.
So that's a red flag. Let's get this list cracked off.
Okay. So do you just want to go like back and forth or like probably back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Start off with red flag since we did a red flag.
Yeah, let's end on a good note. So let's
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Get these red flags out real quick.
Get them out the way. Okay. So I have just a few. So my number one, it's not number one, it's just the first one I wrote down, is inconsistency with anything, but I'm just going to speak on with what I'm going through now, in which I think we talked about it last time. I am kind of like in this dating stage, kind of jumping into it. And I am starting to realize a lot of things that trigger me and are red flags that I never noticed before. So inconsistency with like talking and like texting. I know that we all have our own separate lives and, you know, we doing our things, and like, it is just dating, but it's like the inconsistency of like going so many days and then you think you just pop up in my life again. You know, it's like, okay, strike one, I see. And it's like, okay, you did it again. Now let me say something, because I don't like that. And if we continue, then you can't do that no more.
Right, now let's talk about.
Yeah. So, and then the third time it's like, all right, you do it again. All right, sir, like, we're done. Like, I get it that we're not, and it may not be anything like serious. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm just like, I really like this person. I really want to start like really getting like, I guess, dating for real. It's just, to me, if you're already starting that off now, no, later on it's going to happen too. And I don't like that. I need something consistent. So in being inconsistent, whether it's texting, it's like your actions, it's literally everything, that is a big red flag. And I would give like a specific example, but it's really all the men that I've talked to. So, you know, it's everyone.
Yeah.
And I don't text them anymore or talk to them, because I don't like inconsistent. I don't like that. Like, I get like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know. Especially like early, too early to be like doing that. Now, if we have like
you're still getting to know each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
You know
I agree.
Well, that's like, if we've known each other for a long time, then it's like, okay, cool. Like, I know where we stand. Like, I know our relationship, and like, that's like
the foundation
cool.
you already have.
Yes. Then it's like, all right, you take so many days, you take a day or two to respond. Cool. But it's too early on and you're inconsistent, or like not even, yeah. I'm just like, I'm not really interested, because now I'm losing interest. That's really what it is. I lost interest because you're not consistent. So then it's like, well, there's no point. So yeah. Which is crazy that I said that, because I know sometimes, like, I'm just thinking like, if I'm texting someone, like say you or like my sister or like some of my friends, it'd be like, okay, I do take a few days to respond. Sometimes, but like, we already have that foundation.
Yeah.
Yikes. So maybe I'm doing my own red flag.
No, because I definitely agree. Like earlier on, and we don't know each other yet, we're still trying to get to know one another. And yes, life gets busy. You have to work. I don't care. I feel like it's still, you can hit me with a one-liner.
Yeah.
You can say something. Hey, busy day today. Let's check in tomorrow. That's something you can do.
Yep.
Especially once we're getting to know each other and you say you're interested, I'm letting you know that I'm interested. Yep. Well, yeah, with you not even, and I think that's also, cause, you know, I overthink. I think so you're an overthinker too as well.
Girl,
so let's overthinkers be overthinking. Okay.
Right.
And I'm really trying not to be an overthinker anymore. But, as an overthinker, look, here I am. As an overthinker, it's just, you get to just thinking about things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Think about things that probably not even facts. It's just your mind taking over at this point. But I think it's just consideration.
Because you're like uncertain, like you don't know. So your mind tries to find answers for you.
Yes. And it's like, well, to help that overthinking woman, like, hey, I'm interested, or like not even stating that, but like, like I said earlier, I'm having a busy day. Let's talk tomorrow. Or, hey, good night. I hope your day was well. Let's talk more tomorrow. At this time, are you free? Like, I feel that's the kind of, well, I guess we could tiptoe a little green flag, but that's the kind of green flag I'm looking for. Taking the initiative.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call that over communicating. I really wouldn't.
No.
I think that's just being considerate.
Yeah.
With a woman that I am interested in. I have not talked to her all day.
Yeah.
Like, if it's someone I'm interested in, I'm going to let you know I'm interested. Even if I don't have the time at the moment, I'm still going to let you know I'm here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of green flag I'm looking for. Take the initiative, communicate, and be considerate. Now, if you go 2 days without speaking, and we're still like in the talking stage, getting to know each other stage, then y'all be like, okay, like what's going on? Did he just ghost me?
Right.
Like, what did I do? What did I say? Maybe something's going on with him,
Yeah.
or maybe he's working, you know, just
Literally
all these.
all my thoughts.
Yeah. Like, I hope he's not hurt, but okay, we're going to stop that thought right there because I don't want to go down that hole. And it's like, oh, hey, yeah, I was just tired. You know, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up? Like, you just for 48 hours. And it's like, I don't even want to seem like, oh, that's overbearing. I don't think it is, because there's literally 24 hours in a day. And a lot of that is taken up by work and sleeping, but it's really nothing. Just hit me with a simple text.
Yeah.
A simple text. You ain't got to call me. You don't got to send me a paragraph. Just send me a, hey, can't speak as much as I did, yesterday or a couple days ago. Or, hey, this is going to be a busy week, but around this time at this day, I should have some free time. Are you cool with that time? Or what is the time for you? And I will see what window I have to meet that.
Right.
If you hit me with that on Monday, but then we don't talk Thursday, but up front you told me what it's like, I will be okay.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I'll be like, man, I really want to talk to him today. Like, I got nothing going. I just, I got this free time. I just wanted to fill it up and just talk to him. Girl, we got to wait till Thursday.
Yeah.
But he was upfront with what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's what I appreciate.
Yeah.
And you are able to do that, sir. Like, you are. You are able. And that's what we was talking about earlier. Like, oh, boys will be boys, men will be men. They're not as considerate. How come?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a blanket statement for all men, because I've seen men do it.
Yeah.
It just not may be that man. If not, he's not the man for me. But then, I believe you said this earlier, Alex, like, tell him. Some men do have to be told, like, hey, communicate with me up front. When you don't have, especially after them 3 days you leaving and you're not saying a thing.
Yeah.
Are you interested or not? If you are, communicate with me up front about your schedule or the free time that you have so we can actually talk with one another.
Right.
But with you just disappearing every other day, every 3 days, every 4 days, like, that's inconsistent. I don't like it.
Right. No.
Okay, bet. And then what I like is that he does it.
Yes.
Don't say you're going to do a thing and not do a thing. And that's a red flag for me.
Okay.
Be a man of your word.
Mm.
Even if I don't like it. Just be a man of your word. You said you're going to do a thing, do it.
Do it.
You said you're going to call. You said you're going to show up. You said we're going on a date. Now, life happens for sure. And we may have to move some things around, but communicate that. I hear all the time, men are just so simple creatures. Men are simple creatures. I feel like sometimes they overly complicate things. I know they say women do. But for men, it's like, oh, this whole situation could not be a thing if you would have just communicated.
Right.
Now, that is a common denominator I am noticing in a lot of men. Not saying all men. I'm just saying that is a common denominator. I've noticed that you don't communicate. But, big but, you're not communicating because you don't want her to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And honestly, again, I'm not saying all men. It's just a pattern that I've seen with my friends. When a lot of this is ex, honestly. When their exes didn't communicate, it's because they got something else going on the side. It's because they're doing something that they don't want their girl to know. And some of the times it wasn't cheating. Some of the times it was just honestly him kicking it with the guys or him wanting to have the day to himself. But how they would come about it, it's like you're hiding something or you're omitting information. Or you feel the need to, I don't got to tell you everything I'm doing. I ain't got to tell you where I'm moving. I ain't got to tell you my moves. Sir, I am not your enemy. Like, I'm not after you. I'm your girlfriend. I thought we're interested in one another. And in a partnership, you communicate.
Yeah.
But for you to feel like, oh, you're watching my every move. Huh? Who's after you, sir? Who you running from?
Oh, seriously.
And so then that confuses me when you move in confusion. Because what are you doing for real? Like,
yeah. I would consider that one too. Because it's like, why do you want to be so mysterious? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like,
what do you think this is?
Yeah. And to me, it's just communicating. Like, yes, you don't have to tell me exactly every time you go somewhere. It's like, hey, it's just communicating certain things.
Mm-hmm.
These red flags, they're triggering. These red flags are triggering. Okay, so I think my next one kind of goes along the lines of yours. It's because I had a situation that I realized I did not like, and it was a red flag. So, well, actually, it's always been a red flag. But anyways, my next red flag is not like apologizing when you're in the wrong, right? So let me lay out this situation, okay?
Yeah, that just hit a nerve on relationships. Period. To me,
yes,
for me,
yes. So, talking to this guy, right? He was really cool. I hate to talk on the phone, right? Even though we do this, like, look at us, we on the phone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I prefer to text. But I have noticed with dating, there are certain men who are like, hey, when are you free so I can call you? Right? And there's other men who just be texting. Cool. I'm cool with whatever. So this guy, he was like, hey, when are you free? Let me, like, I want to call you. Like, I want to talk to you. I said, okay, cool. When I get home from work, I'm super busy. I have my daughter and she gets most of my attention. I'm doing things and all that stuff. Like, I cannot talk on the phone. So I said, hey, after like 9 p.m., is that cool? Because that's when she goes to bed. And so he was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll call you around that time, right? This is the first time we have ever, like, we text a little bit and there's like day 2, like calling kind of thing, right? Or it was something like that. And so it's kind of embarrassing to say, but like, it's not really that embarrassing. But 9 o'clock come around, he ain't called. Okay, 9:30, he didn't call. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. All right, sir, I'm done. I'm going to bed. I didn't text him. I'm not calling to remind you to do none of that stuff. We already had this set. You know what I mean? I probably could have texted him and called him or text him to say like, hey, but to me, it's like, this is the first impression. I shouldn't have to remind you because if you're interested, you would remember, right? I get it. We're all busy. I go to sleep. I wake up in the morning and see that he texts me at like 10:30 something, say, hey, are you still up? I let it slide. First one, okay, let it slide, right? Cool. I said, no, I fell asleep. We planned to talk around 9 p.m. Not at 9:30, not 10 o'clock, 9 p.m. You know what I mean? If that wasn't okay with you, then say that, right? Cool. Never apologize for it, right? Didn't apologize.
What did he
Okay.
say? Oh, you get into it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think he. I don't even. Did he even respond to it? And that's another thing too. That's a red flag. Ooh, I gotta put that in there. It's a red flag to me. So I think he didn't apologize. I think he was just like, oh, things kind of got busy. 10:30 at night. Okay, cool. I get it. You run your business. You run your business. You doing a thing. Cool. You doing emails. Get it. Fine. So then we text here and there. Then he eventually texts like, hey, when are you available? And I tell him again, 9 p.m. tonight. Right. And like we did talk. We made that schedule. We did talk one time. Right. One time. Girl, that's how far I got. One conversation on call. And then we text. I don't think it even lasts like a whole week, which is, it's okay. But so then he said, hey, when can I call again, kind of thing. And I said, same time, tonight. Right. So it happened again. He did
Well,
not.
he didn't call.
Yeah, he did not call. And
but is he letting you? I guess not.
No, he's not updating me saying, look, I'm about to go to these messages because I need, you want some receipts?
Because after that first time when you're like, hey, we agreed on this time.
Yeah.
Not this time. So to think he would be like, hey, I can't make it at 9 today. Let's reschedule. Or, hey, I can do 10:30 again. Is that okay with you?
Yeah. No, I said anytime. And this is what I changed it this time. I said anytime after 9 p.m. is a good time for me if that's okay with you. Right? He hearted my message and said, that's fine. I'll call you around then. Right? I said, okay, perfect. And that was like early in the morning. So I'm thinking like, if he didn't text me back, so maybe he don't want to like have a conversation through text. So then it's cool. We'll just talk that night. Never called. So I said, I text good morning. I did do a double text because I'm like, we've been having this conversation. We've been having this conversation. He said, good morning. How are you today? I said, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? He said, I'm good. Just been a busy Sunday so far. And I'm just like, hopefully I'm not giving you any trouble kind of thing. I said, what happened last night? You didn't call, LOL. Right? And then some hours go by. He said, I apologize. And yesterday was just a bad day. Right? Okay, he apologized for that one time. The first time on our first encounter of talking, you never apologized, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. And then I had to bring it up again as to why you didn't call. And that's another thing. Okay, my red flag was, it was acknowledging and apologizing.
Right.
Like, I think I don't like to not be, like, you did something wrong, so you need to acknowledge it. Like, you did something. Like, you were supposed to call. Like, I don't like that. And so, this is what happened. I'm a super understanding person. I was going to give you 3 strikes. Okay, this is number 2. Cool. We can get past it, but I'm going to tell you what you did wrong. Or like what I didn't like. I said, it's okay. I understand. Hopefully everything is going better for you today. I said, if we do continue to get to know each other, I would appreciate if you can like give me a heads up that you're not going to call. Girl, you want to know what happened? I think I was blocked.
You didn't respond.
I think I was blocked.
You didn't respond.
No, because my message still doesn't say delivered. And it's iPhone. That's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag. I don't like that. You didn't apologize. And in order for me to for you to even say something about that you're not calling, I had to bring it up. Like, if you're not interested, then say that. Because I don't mind, I'm the one who, I think I told you before about the Batman. I told him, hey, I don't think I want to continue this. Nothing's wrong with letting a person know. Because I hate to be ghosted.
Yep. Same.
And so, you could have just told me that. Like, you could have just been like, hey, I'm not really interested anymore. Or I got a lot going on. I can't date. Cool, we could end it. But sir, you didn't acknowledge the issue. You didn't even acknowledge the call that you didn't call. And then you didn't apologize until like the second time when I brought it up to you. Like literally told you, hey, why you didn't call. Like you had to answer that kind of thing, you know? And that's a huge red flag, which I'm cool that he blocked me. It's like, dang, why you blocked me? I didn't do nothing. Like, I was going to forgive you. But at the same time, it's like, all right, whatever, move on. But it's a red flag in which I'm kind of glad that it's gone because it probably would have continued. I mean, it would have continued. It would continue to the third strike, and it just would have been, okay, you're out. But isn't that a red flag?
It is. And how he was moving, something just came to mind, and it was like, he feel like he don't owe you that. I feel like when they move like that, that's just what they're telling you in their actions.
An apology for saying, like, being, what, kind of like what?
Explanation.
Oh.
Because clearly, when you said good morning, and then, well, when he was like, oh, hey, good morning, or something like that, I was like, he thinks stuff is sweet over here. Like,
yeah.
No, your thing should have been like, hey, Alex, my fault. Like, XYZ happened. But no, this man was about to continue to go about his day and say whatever he got to say until you brought it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's moving like he didn't feel like he owes you an explanation as to why he's not communicating with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just shows me you're not interested. And if you're not, we ain't got to talk.
Yeah.
And this is where I just don't understand. And this is where, okay, I don't watch much of Tony Gaskins anymore, but this is what I do agree with him on. He said there's a grown man and a grown boy.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it. I do feel like there's a lot of grown boys out here. I do. Because one thing I love about my best friend, if he's not interested in the girl, he's going to let her know. He's not going to play the game, even though the men around him, whatever. He's not going to play the game, okay? And because he was like, oh, she's interested. Once he see that, like, oh, let me let her know. Like, hey, we could be cool, but you're great. You know, he going to gas you up, but I'm not interested.
Okay.
But if he is interested, he's going to show that. He's going to go out of his way. And I'm just like, okay, there are still great men in this world. But I love my best friend. I feel like he definitely is a rare one because of how he moved. Because you know what, if you show him just a little bit of interest, and this man could not even care. But the fact that you're showing him interest, okay, we can just mess around for a little bit. Yeah. I'll just entertain her for a little bit. It's just something to do.
Yeah.
No, my best friend is like, you cute.
Right.
You cute. You know what I mean? Like you're pretty, but I'm not interested in you. Yeah. I'm not interested in this at the moment. Mm-hmm. And so he lets her know. And I'm just like, shout out to you for being a real one out here, for being a rare one out here. Mm-hmm. Because I done seen one too many times where like Mr. over here that you was texting, and also just hearing their conversation. So I would listen to, well, not listening, but be in the conversation for a little bit. But my best friend talking with his friends and just how they talk. I'm like, oh my gosh, you act like that? Mm-hmm. Like, oh my gosh, you treat women like that? And it's like, not even the major, like, you know, bad things, but it's like the little things like this. Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh, he didn't feel like he owed you an explanation because I heard them talk. Yeah. Like, yeah, she want me to spend time with her, man. I ain't gonna do all that. I ain't got time for that. I don't want to do that. And it's like, well, why are you even giving her that? Like, yeah, what do they call it? Breadcrumbing? Like they give you just enough. Yeah. And I said, oh, you're playing the game. You're playing a game, and I don't want to play. Yeah, I will be 31. Yeah, I don't play nobody's games. If it ain't Monopoly, Uno, I'm not playing a game with you. No, because I used to play it with him. I did, but now you know the little girl grows up. Yeah. Yep. Because it's like, why? And if you just on that kind of time, let her know up front, hey, I ain't looking for nothing serious. I may not be hitting you up for real. Like, I just want to hang out and do XYZ. Why can't y'all just, because she gonna say no? Little do you know, some girls will be going for that. Because that's what they on too. That's what they on too.
Yeah. That's where, like, even with this, it's like, I kind of try to follow the guy's lead, right? Yeah. So if you're not, like, with him, he wanted to talk. I wasn't going to ask to call you. Like, the first 2 times is, okay, I'm going to see how you are. Like, let me see what you're, it's like, trying to do, right? But to me, it's like, if you weren't interested, and you didn't, like, you feel like you, like, you know, with what you're saying, like, if you didn't feel like you owed me any explanation or, like, any conversation, then, like, why say, hey, when are you free to talk? You know what I mean? Like, if you knew you were not free, because let me say this, because he was really big on, like, I'm super busy, I like to be structured, so I need to know certain things. Okay, 9 p.m. gave you a legit time. 9 p.m. is when I'm free. So the fact that you still couldn't even do that, even though you said you need to know certain times you like to be structured, you still couldn't even be structured in that moment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you still couldn't even call. And then to me, it's like, you didn't even acknowledge the fact that you didn't call. You didn't tell me. And then you didn't even apologize. Because, so we're just going to sit here and just have this big elephant just in the room with us? Like, there's an elephant in the room. And we're just going to look at it.
And they will let it sit there and have babies.
And see, right. And usually I'd be like, okay, ignore it, whatever, move on. This time around, no, sweetie, because that triggered me. I need to be acknowledged. I don't like to be like super dismissed, or like, I don't like that. And I'm gonna need you to own up to what you did wrong, because I always own up to what I did wrong. If someone tell me, hey, you did this, I'm sorry, like, that was not my intentions, and I'm sorry that I, did this X, Y, and Z. Apologize. The only reason why you apologize is because I brought it up.
Yep.
I need a man who's going to own up to it. Like, even if we're just friends, I still need you to own up to your stuff. Like,
agreed.
Yeah. Girl, a big red flag.
Well, I guess my next red flag goes into kind of this one as well.
Okay.
But it's like when people don't want to, we're talking relationships, y'all. So when he don't want to address, because we talking about the elephant and the babies in the room, when they don't want to address the situation and they want time to go by, and it's like, okay, we're over this situation. Or it's like, oh, to keep my peace, I just won't say nothing. Or I'm going to just walk away. Now, I get if we're in like a disagreement, whatever, and it's like, oh, I need to remove myself if I say something crazy. All right, cool, whatever. But when you come back, we got to have this conversation.
Right.
Like,
we got to
what? We got to talk it out. And that's what I'm just like, no, I need you to be able to communicate effectively how you're feeling, how I made you feel, and how we're going to move forward.
Right.
Now, I will say this about me, and I've been told from friends and interests. I've never been in a relationship for real. A lot of situationships, y'all. But anywho, like, I like to move on quickly. I don't let things simmer. And it's like, because I don't want them to. Now, that's also because I'm learning to sit with my feelings and emotions as well. It's just one thing about me. When you do a thing to me, I'm going to explain the action that you did and how that's not right.
Right.
And I'm learning to put feelings into that. Oh, it made me feel this way. It made me, but I'm working on that. Now that's something I know that I need to work on, is letting you know how it made me feel. But even taking the feelings out of it, if I'm letting you know, like, you did X, Y, Z, and then you see what you did and the effect after that, I guess for me, I just need you to put 2 and 2 together. If you see that it didn't land well,
Mm-hmm.
You should know that it didn't make me feel well as well.
Right.
And even with me explaining it to you, you can clearly see that it didn't land well.
Right.
I need you again, going back to taking ownership, apologize, and addressing it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. And if you don't have that patience to talk it out, or you just can't seem to self-control, self-regulate, that's a big red flag for me as a grown man.
It is.
If you can't self-regulate to sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
Or if we need to take days to revisit this problem. Everything don't need 48 hours, 72 hours. If you can self-regulate, if you're able to address how you feel. And yes, I know that's a touchy subject for men on feelings. I just explained how it's touchy for me to go into feelings as well. But I'm going to do it. I will go there.
Yeah.
And this is one thing I'm praying about when it comes to marriage, is that we remind each other that we're on the same team.
Yeah.
Because once offense is happening, it's easy to go on the defense. Like, oh, you're attacking me? It's time to attack back.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're not going to use that method anymore, because now this is my husband and we're supposed to be one. If I'm attacking him, I'm attacking me.
Yeah.
And I need us to be able to have that be our foundation and realize that, like, we are one team. I need to be able to sit down and talk to my wife about what she's doing that I don't like, or what he's doing that I don't like, or not that I don't like, is not effective in our relationship.
Right.
Or it's harming our relationship, whatever the situation is, or you forgot to do something and I asked you to do this. So whatever it is, like, don't avoid it. That's one thing that will tick me off.
Yeah.
Don't avoid it. Or even if we do have the conversation. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, I need some feedback.
Yeah.
Do you agree or do you disagree?
Right. Because you even doing that, I'm like, oh, that's like triggering me. Like, no.
Yeah, don't do that.
Like, are you even listening?
You got it. Don't hit me with that one.
No.
Don't hit me with that one. You right. You got it. You got it.
Yeah. There has to be some sort of like effective way to like communicate. Like, you have to know, like, you really have to take yourself out of it, like take out like that feeling, the personal, all that stuff, and really like listen. And then, like, don't just respond. Like, I mean, yes, respond, but like, don't respond just to respond. Like, really listen. Like, there has to be some sort of effective communication. And yeah, you don't take no 3 days to talk about a situation. No, take 2 hours if you need. We can, whatever, you need to go out, do running, go, do something, and then come back, and we have to have that conversation. Because, like, I know me and my ex got into a big argument, right? And I'm like, all right, well, right after that argument, well, give me 30 minutes. Okay, let's talk about it. Because, listen, I was out of pocket, and you was out of pocket, too. We both out of pocket. You know what I mean? Like, let's... Like, and I don't even like confrontation, but I would definitely talk. Like, if it's something that needs to be said, then it needs to be said.
Right.
So, yeah. Ooh. That you got it stuff? No, I don't actually. I'm going to talk about more because they're trying to be funny. Like, no.
Exactly. Dismissive.
Yeah.
Dismissive.
I do not like that. Oh, I hate to be I don't like that. Here's some really good red flags. Okay. So, this is my last red flag, and it's just something like... it's something that I really do not like. And it's not based on like relationships or anything like that. It's I do not like men to wear flip flops.
I'm cracking up. I'm cracking up.
I don't like men to wear flip flops, and I don't like them to like wear them slides without socks. Like if you're in the house,
yeah.
but like to me in public, and that's the first impression I have of you, I do not like it. I don't like it.
But on the beach, they could.
Yeah, the beach is cool, right? Don't wear flip flops. You can wear slides on the beach, not no dang flip flops, like the thong flip flops. Don't like those. I don't like those. I don't like a flip flop.
Yeah,
that's a red flag for me. If I see a dude got that, sir, I'm not. You serious? You got another one, or you want to go to our green flags?
Yeah, I got a couple actually.
Okay.
First off, I'll crack it up. Cause for me, it's the short shorts. It's the fake hair. It's the painting of the nails.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
That's a red flag for me.
I don't even like the clear polish now. Like for men to do clear polish, just leave it alone. You don't have to have clear.
Yeah, just clean your nails.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that's a red flag for me, but like clear. If it's different colors, I'm not a huge fan of it.
Oh, I feel like we're playing where let me stop it. No, that's a red flag for me. We going to the thing together and we both leave with the same color.
Yeah.
Sis or like let me stop. Okay. So just to sum up some red flags real quick. Okay. Looking at my list here is when how can I say this? Well, is this a red flag or just something we got to talk about? But if I feel like excuse me, let me collect my thoughts. If you always have to have the last word or everything you say is absolute, like it's just right, I guess pride. And we all deal with some pride, right?
Yeah.
But it's like you don't check that pride and ego.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you always got to be the top dog. Like you, in every setting, you got to know it all. Like it's just, I know it's with those kind of men, it just really irks me. Mm-hmm. It irks me because I feel like it's a cover up for something else that's going on in you. Right. And this is just your mask to feel like you're him.
Right.
And it's like, no, you don't have to be that guy in every setting, in every room, in every conversation. And then it trickles into our relationship. And it's like, you can't learn from me it's just, I don't like that. And then also another thing, don't be too agreeable. Like overly like
what's an example? Like give an example of that.
Let me see.
Like agreeable in a sense, like whatever you say goes. Like, do you want him to make decisions in a sense? Like,
like there's no opposite opinion. There's no, it's always just yes.
You don't want no.
It's whatever you want. It's whatever you. And granted, don't get me wrong. There's a healthy yes. Like definitely have some of that, but it's like for everything I say, it's yes, Ryan, whatever you want. I definitely agree with everything you say. It's like, you don't have another opinion?
Right.
And I used to joke about this with my friends. If I have a yes man, I will run all over him. But now, I've matured and I just wouldn't do that. But that wouldn't be healthy for me. Because, like, how can we grow in this relationship if we're not truly being ourselves? Because there's no way you agree with every single thing I have to say.
Yeah.
There's no way you really want to go everywhere I truly want to go. Or you probably do. Because you just want to make my world spin. But it's like I need some, because I like to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I like to I need constructive feedback. Like, I don't know, I just like to grow and learn and develop.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have a partner who's, I'm going to say just like me, because I don't think you're just like me. I think you're just being a yes man.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't grow that way. And I will honestly get bored.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know. I feel like my growth is being stunted. I feel like this, it'll make me question you, honestly. Like, do you have your own opinion about things? How was your childhood growing? Now I'm your therapist. How was your childhood growing up?
Right.
Did you get to speak your truth as a child? Were you silenced or were you silenced?
No, that's real though.
Like, I need you to be your own man.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever experienced a guy who's just like, just kind of gets like down for whatever. Just like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Like, no opinion. Like, very nonchalant. Like, all right, whatever, cool. Like, because I mean, I feel like people that I've known are opinionated, and I think I'm more of the one like, okay, cool, because everyone else is so opinionated to me. Where it's like, I just don't care. But I do have moments where I for sure be like, I'm not with that. I don't agree, But I would say most of the time, that's probably me. I'm just like, all right, whatever. Cool. Because I just really be like, it's because some things, and that's one thing that I am kind of like accepting within myself, because people always say like, you need to have an opinion. Like, if you don't have an opinion, then what do you stand for? Well, some stuff I just don't care about. You know what I mean? Like, to have an opinion on, like, for example, well, I mean, I'm a woman, so like, for a guy to have, this is very controversial, maybe I shouldn't talk about that. But like, for a guy to have an opinion on a woman's body, why? Like, why do you feel the need to have an opinion on that? You know what I mean? Like, there's certain things where it's just like, I don't care to have an opinion because, one, it could be, I don't know much about it. So I'm not going to state my opinion. I don't have an opinion because I don't know. Or where it's like, it doesn't affect my life. So I don't know. I don't have an opinion. Or it just has nothing to like do with me. Like, that's in their life and that's like them.
Yeah.
It doesn't need my opinion. Which I'm sure that can kind of be like a little controversial, but some things I just don't curate an opinion in my head to be like, I don't think.
Yeah. And I think that's okay. Like, everything doesn't require an opinion.
No.
But it's just to have no opinion. I can't rock with that.
No.
Not in a relationship.
Like, no opinion at all.
At all.
Yeah.
Everything we do, everything we talk about, and you're just like, yep. Oh, I strongly agree. Do you ever disagree? I don't know. I don't think
it's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't help us grow or develop. But then there's another, on the opposite scale, if I do state my opinion and it just throws you off your rocker. It goes back to because if you're like, how I said, in the beginning, like, you feel like you got to be that top guy. Mm-hmm. To me, that just gives like, oh, he's going to be controlling.
Yeah, I can see that.
And that's a red flag for me too. Like, I'm going to have my opinion. I'm my own person. I'm going to want to move how I want to move.
Yeah.
And I know in a marriage, we move as a unit and certain things I can't do, certain things you can't do for sure. But you're not about to stifle me,
Right.
keep me in a cage, like keep me in a box.
Right.
Because it makes you feel uncomfortable or you just can't handle an opposite opinion. And that's where like I pay attention to the smallest things. Like it's the details. You know what I'm saying? It's how did you how did you respond to, me not agreeing with you? When I see that little flinch or like that little facial expression, it's like, oh, he didn't like that. It's like, I'm noticing that of every opinion I have. Like,
right.
Like, that's not okay.
No, I agree. Like, there has to be some sort of opinion, some sort of a disagreement, I guess, like on opposite ends. Maybe not too extreme in everything, now if we just don't agree in it with anything, but then, I can see that.
And then this is my last one that people want to great friends.
Okay.
Because I already said, like, I'm trying not to overthink anymore. Mm-hmm. But when I do, don't hold that against me. Or don't dismiss that or be like, oh, you're just overthinking or, oh, you're looking too much into it or it's not that. And it could very well be that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to go there. Like, I need someone that's going to sit with me and help me digest it and help me walk it through. And I'm not saying every time because I understand how that could be draining. Because it's draining for me. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, just be patient with me. I need him to have some patience.
Some sort of.
Yeah. And not use it against me either.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm just saying too many relationships, too many marriages, too many couples out here that's playing a game against each other. Yeah. Manipulation. It's like they take your weakness and they use it against you. Again, going back to the grown boy, even the grown girl. I mean, yeah, grown girl. Well, that don't even sound right. Immaturity. I'm gonna just stick to grown boy, but there are some immature women out here. Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about the men right now. It's just I see a lot of men just wanting to play a game.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like they can make things overcomplicated because they themselves haven't matured or grow up.
Yeah.
And you're going to use this sensitive thing, this weakness, quote unquote, and use it against me?
Right.
That's manipulation, and I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
Or you're dismissive over whatever I got going on. You can't take the time out to sit with me and talk with me about these things. Like, that's a red flag.
Yeah. I think we had some really good red flags. Very triggering red flags. Okay, so you want to jump into our green flags?
Yes, let's
jump on something positive. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll start. So my first green flag is, I mean, it's kind of like the opposite of our red flags, but calling out like problematic behavior, I think is a green flag in a sense of, depending on how you do it, right? Depending on your tone, like how are you approaching that problem, right? So like my example would be with that guy who just randomly ghosted me after you, whatever, like I got stood up basically. So I feel like my approach was calling out the problem, but like in a very respectful way. But I guess that's my opinion. But to be like, hey, if we continue this, like, hey, this is I don't like this, and could you work on this? You know what I mean? Nothing is wrong with, like, even like in a relationship or friendship, calling out, hey, you kind of do this thing where it makes me feel this way, or I don't like it, or you kind of, coming off a certain way. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Just like, I guess, addressing an issue rather than letting it just go, I guess you could say. Especially if it's a reoccurring kind of thing.
Right.
I'm definitely realizing I'm learning that. Like, to address the issue head on. Because later on, and you get stuck in this relationship and you're caught up, and it's like, well, I don't like that, but I'd let it slide early from the
Yeah,
beginning. You've been doing this for your whole life, kind of thing, you know?
I agree.
So yeah, that's my first green flag.
I agree. And that's something that I told myself to do when I don't know, start dating or get into a relationship. Address it the first time.
Yeah.
Address it the first time though, but that the truth stands. Like, you notice something or you don't want to see a pattern with that.
Right.
Yeah. That first time it happens, let them know what's up. For
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For me, I would say my green flag, just to kick it off, is showing up, being present. So I got quite a few things going on in the social media world, and for him to show up, like, yeah, watch my stuff, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that. But it's like, I don't know, just showing me that you're interested as well. Throwing out ideas, helping with equipment, praying with me, giving me constructive criticism. And that's the thing. I don't know if I just need him to be comfortable with, like, okay, I see where this could be more effective. I see where you can grow in this area, and being able to articulate that.
Right.
Because I do believe tone is big, and how you communicate is big. But just but you're showing me that you care about what I care about. And it shows me that you support me in what I'm doing.
Right.
So showing up is a big green flag for me. Not trying to take over the mix, but letting me have my thing, but also just being supportive, being my number one cheerleader. That's how I want to phrase it. Cause that's what I always say. I need my husband, my man, to be my number one cheerleader because I'm going to be his. We need to be each other's cheerleader.
Yep.
And if anybody's going to show, we should know that we're going to show up for each other.
Right.
Cause I done seen some marriages where they're like, oh, they're not doing blah, 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 blah because of XYZ, or they don't feel the need to be there, to be present. And I'm just like, I don't want that.
No.
And if you don't care what I'm talking about, show up for me.
Yeah. Or at least, like, try to be interested. Because it's like to me, it's like if I see a guy, if my man is into something and I see how passionate he is about it, it makes me interested because he's interested in it. You know what I mean? And I want to support him in that. So, like, if he's, I don't know, really into golfing, and I don't know a lick about golfing. Oh, but I see him, and he wants to talk to me about it and learn. Okay, I am going to support you. I'll be, like, let me hit a ball or two. Let's go to Top Golf. You know, let me practice and try. You know, like,
okay, little tiger in the making.
Right? You know, like,
yeah.
At least, I think, yeah, be interested in what your partner is interested in. Not like you have to be like full all in, but like support, like you said, supporting them. For sure.
And then I want to piggyback off what you said real quick when you said support. It's like how you support is important too. And I say that because for me, I always felt like when helping people, I see where you need something and I just jump in, right? And sometimes people are like, oh, I do need that, but I don't want you to whatever. So then I've had to learn, like, okay, where do you need help? Because I can see all the things, but where do you want me to fit in?
Right.
You know? And I found that to be more beneficial, not just for them, but for me. Because after I do a thing and you're just like, oh, thanks, but no thanks. It's like, what? Like, I just did X, Y, Z. And then they're like, oh, but I didn't ask you. Oh, that would just get on my nerves. But anyway, I just learned to sit back and be like, oh, you got A through Z going on. Do you need J or K? Like, what do you need?
Right.
And I just think also, that'd be very helpful too. Like, you see the need, but that's another thing. Yes, take initiative. But then also like, hey, where do you need help? Hey, what do you want me to do for this thing? I see you got this going on, but what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Because I may not want you to touch that, but that's all you. That's all you.
Right.
So I think that would be good also just to ask questions and, get in where I will let you fit in.
I agree.
But yeah, another green flag would be initiative. Like what we said in the very beginning of the episode where you're like, don't ask. You see the dishes need to be done? Do it.
Yeah.
You see that diaper need to be changed? Change it.
Yeah.
Hey, should I go ahead and change his? You see that color changed?
Right.
Change that diaper.
No, seriously.
You smell him? Change the diaper. You know where the wipes and the pampers are?
Yeah.
Change them.
Yep. Shouldn't have to ask.
Yeah, take initiative.
Yeah. I agree.
You saw that little spill in the kitchen, wipe it up.
Yeah. I agree.
You see that I've been sad lately, take me out.
Right. No, for real.
Because that's another thing. Have you been seeing that? Like, I feel like this has just been, what's that saying? Oldest time tells oldest time. I don't know, girl, but whatever. It's been going on for too long for me. But they're like, oh, men don't know what to do for dates. They don't know how to set up dates. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to take you. They don't know how to be romantic. With the right one.
Yeah.
With the right one. They do. I honestly feel like they do. If they don't do it with you, they just don't do it with you.
Yeah. But why make excuses like that? Oh, they don't know how to be romantic. There's Google. You see it all over social media. You see it. You know how to. Like you said, it's with the right one. Well, then let's say that. Let's not trying to change the narrative and make it seem like, oh, these men are just so, they just don't know what to, they're so lost. No, they're not. Don't they think logically? They know that stuff, right? Isn't quote unquote men think logically? Women think emotionally. Like, man, get that stuff out of here. That's so annoying to me. No, he just don't want to.
Yep.
And let's
just say it.
Yes.
But they be defending their boyfriends who's not doing it for them. Oh, he loved me. He's the best. He just don't know how. No, girl. He don't want to do it for you.
Yeah.
He don't want to do it for you. He don't want to take the time out to quote unquote inconvenience himself or put all this effort in for you.
Right.
I've been seeing so many women just talk about how I don't even care for flowers, to be honest. I mean, it's a nice gesture. I'll take it. But your girl got allergies. And you see so many wives talk about all they want is flowers. All they want is flowers. All they want is flowers. He hears her say that, but doesn't do it. Oh, that makes me so sad for her.
Flowers are cheap. They're cheap.
And not just on Valentine's Day. They're cheap, period.
They be in the grocery stores. Next time you go to the grocery store to get some food, walk right there by them flowers. Target has them right there. Walmart be having them on the side. I be seeing them every time. Pick up a flower outside when you see one. You know what I mean? Like,
hello.
It's that simple.
Hello.
Like even like that. Like, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was like, even if they doing that when it comes to a flower, what else are they doing in that marriage?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what else are they not doing?
Yeah. I know.
I'm just like, how sad that you see the love of your life, at least should be. All she's saying is that she wants flowers and you can't do that.
Right.
Excuse me. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't stand that. That makes me so sad for them. It really does. Because that's so simple. That's a simple ask.
Yeah. It really is. It really is. Okay, so my next green flag. Like, with us even talking about some of this stuff, it kind of like brings up other green flags that I would love for like my future husband to like have. But I guess the one on my list is I have setting boundaries kindly, but being firm with them. Right? Which I think a lot of these green flags, I think it's kind of like what I'm learning. Or like not what I'm learning, but I am actually actively doing. And I realize if someone wants to do that with me, then it's like, okay, I understand. So like to me, like to set a boundary is like, okay, I understand where things are. Like I know, you know what I mean? There's no hesitation of like, oh, am I going too far? Am I doing too much? Or it's like, am I not doing enough? Like, nope, this boundary is set. Like, boom. I don't like when you do that. Don't do that. Okay, cool. I know for next time. Like, you're making it clear. You know what I mean? Like, and that's, I think, especially in relationships, that's one thing like I've been seeing is like, I think sometimes relationships can be difficult is because everyone's just unclear what's going on. Like we're kind of unclear. We're not really like we're communicating, but not communicating effectively. And we're kind of like being cool and nonchalant about things and letting things slide. Cause like we're still trying to learn each other. But like, if you communicate too much, it seems like if like you're so like super direct, it comes off like, ugh. Yeah. Like if a girl texts you too much, it turns a guy off. Or like if I'm talking to like, so then what you want me to do? So you telling me you're not interested. Okay, then say that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, to me, it's just like setting boundaries. It just makes things like clear in a sense of what to do and what not to do. Yeah. And I think it helps a relationship, all relationships, friendships, family, dating, marriage, everything. I think it helps every relationship. Setting those boundaries and letting it be clear. But not being so like, you know, like doing it kindly, like, you know, in a nice way.
Yeah.
That's so mean.
I agree.
Yeah. That's a
I agree.
Do you have any more?
Yes. I feel like I don't want to say the obvious. Like every red flag that we had, like the opposite
is literally the opposite.
So like, yes, taking accountability, having effective communication, being honest. That's huge for me.
Yes.
Honest and transparent. Be honest and transparent. That is so huge. Because why lie? Especially if you want to keep this thing going and you eventually do want to marry your girl. Why lie? Oh, I think you're going to judge. Even if I do, like, don't lie.
Yeah.
And it just shows what kind of man you are. I need a man of integrity. I need a man that, because when you lie, you're showing me that you're not safe to be around. That's how I, yes. Yes.
I can see that.
I need you to be a safe space for me.
Yeah. For
my emotions, for my honesty, my transparency. I need us to be able to trust one another. And hold space for each other. Because the thing is, like, even if you don't have the words to say, or if you don't know what to say, just, I guess it go back to showing up. Just sit in the silence with me.
Yeah.
You don't have to feel it. Just your presence is enough.
Yeah.
And then apologizing, like, to me, it's how you apologize. Don't be like, oh, I'm sorry if I made you. I'm sorry, but you also.
Yeah.
Take accountability. What you do. Yeah. Okay, just apologize for that.
Yeah.
Just apologize and mean it.
Yeah.
Did we already say this already? But a man that keeps his promises. Did we say that? Like stands on.
Well, I think that was like the red flag when they didn't.
Oh, great. It's it's the opposite. But yeah, go back to being the man of your word. Um, Doing what you say you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, because I don't want them just to be the opposite of what I just said.
That's what I'm trying to think of, something that's like not the opposite. My stomach is growling.
Oh, okay. This is just a green flag for me when it comes to marriage. Finances in order.
Yeah.
I need you to be an organized man.
Yeah.
I really do. I need you to have structure.
Mm.
I need you to have some organization of some kind of structure, especially when it comes to your finances. Right now, my finances kind of topsy-turvy at the moment, but it's not because I don't know what to do with it. It's just because I got it right now. But I need you to know how to save. I need you to have I guess that's the green flag really, is self-control, and discipline, and not just over finances, but in all aspects of your life. Just knowing how to say no, knowing when to say yes, knowing how to manage, because you're going to be the leader of our household. And if you can't manage and regulate your own life, how are you going to run the family? Like, how are you going to, keep this thing moving? And granted, you're not going to be alone because I'm there with you, right? And in the areas that you're not strong at, I hope that I'm strong. In areas where I'm not strong, I hope that you can, help me there. But, excuse me, not but. And but I do need the finances in order. Like, I don't want you to be on a spending spree. Like, I understand, like, again, you could put away money. That could be a throwaway money. Well, I don't think any money should be thrown away like that, but like, spend it
Spending.
on whatever fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. On whatever you got going. But again, that money is planned.
Mm-hmm.
That money is planned to do that. Mm-hmm. I don't want a man who gambles. I don't want a man who just has this itching hands of dipping into the savings for whatever. It's like, no, don't touch that.
Right.
Okay. Oh, but I really need this Louis Vuitton belt. Please, no. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
I need a man that knows how to have a healthy balance. You ain't got to be frugal, but just have a healthy balance out here. Like, cause your girl likes to spend too on the nice things. So I get it. Yeah. I like to go on trips. I like the finer things in life.
Yeah.
But I know that to get that, I have to save. I have to manage, or I have to say, not right now, but a little bit later I can do that. Like, I need him to have that. I need him to have that mindset as well. Because especially when we start having children and we got a house, we got bills and cars.
You have to know how to manage.
Trips. Yeah. Okay, you hear that S? Multiple.
Yeah.
We got to manage.
Speaking of... Sorry, this is... Okay. No, go ahead. Because this is random. But
I was going to say one thing about cleaning. Okay. I just need you to... And again, this goes back to, the men are clean, men are clean. I've seen some men that are clean.
Yeah.
And they're just type A or OCD. Don't have all that going on. If you do, that just comes with some stuff. Yeah. But you can be, okay, what I just don't get, this is my little tangent, is when I'm just seeing way too many wives. Here's the hamper and here's his shirt.
Yeah.
I would get so irritated because I feel like you're coming for me at that moment.
Yeah. Like you're doing it on purpose.
Like you're doing it on purpose. Like, it's not funny to me. It's not funny to me. And these women just, I mean, they make it comical and stuff, and the guy he never has an excuse, like a good or reasonable excuse. If anything, it's always, I'm in a rush. Where are you running off to? Like, what? Because it's just like, I see you take your time on other things. I don't know. That's just something me and my husband definitely talk about, because I am big on cleanliness. I can get messy here and there. Not dirty, messy.
Right.
but understand that mess ain't gonna last long.
Right.
But when I see something like that every day, day in, day out, you leave stuff around like,
Yeah.
God knows, God knows, God knows. And I hope he don't send me somebody to work on my patience or something. 'Cause I need him to also prioritize cleanliness.
Mm.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. What, my green flag?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Or you're just gonna say something about trips, right?
oh yeah. I was gonna say that I think the next trip should be Chicago.
Ooh,
Yeah.
do you not love Chicago?
Yeah. I think that would be fun.
Yes.
Chicago like trip. But yeah. And it's not far from you. It's not really that far from me, you know. I think if my other friend comes, it's a little far for her, but she got it.
Mm-hmm. They got
But yeah.
O'Hare and Midway.
They what?
They got 2 airports
Who,
to
Chicago?
fly into. Mm-hmm.
Oh. So yeah. I think Chicago should be the next move. Chicago.
I'm with it.
Okay. That was just random because you're talking about trips. Okay, so my green flag, which I think we talked about this before, is kind of like letting it be known from jump, like what it is. So like, I guess I'll give an example, is that, so I've been like messaging this guy back and forth like a little bit, right? And I tend to overthink to where I feel like I have to respond like fast, right? And I just think that is me up here, in my head. And I think that goes along with like what I was telling you earlier about what I think I have. But I don't like that confusion, like to where I feel bad if I go a few hours not responding kind of thing, because I know how that feels to go and you're questioning. You know what I mean? So I try not to do that to other people. But I did let someone know, like, hey, I don't know if you like to text all day or if you're more of like, hey, around this time I'm free is when I'll respond kind of thing. But it's kind of like whenever, whatever you're cool with, cool. Just let me know and like, just text me when you're free. Right? Just letting it be known up front. And when I say I sent that, I'm like, okay. When I first sent it, I'm like, okay, cool. But then that overthinking kicked in, like, girl. Now, what if he think I'm trying to push, like, pressure him, like push him, or like coming off too strong? But it's like, no, like let that be known. Like you need to communicate, and I need to know. So then, like, my head is like clear of like, okay, cool. If I reply 4 hours later, he ain't tripping, and I know what to expect back from him. Okay, if he go 6 hours, the man busy. Like I understand that you're busy, but like now we know it's not like I'm uninterested or I'm just like texting just because. It's not. I'm still interested. I'm just like, this is just what it is kind of thing. Right? So I think that to me, letting it be known. And it's okay to let it be known up front. Like it's not
It's okay.
too much. Like that's not like doing the most to me. It's making it clear.
Yeah. And that's what I want. That's what I value.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that's over like communication.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I would personally like that.
Yeah, I would too.
Being over communicative, because it's like, hey, just let me know.
Yeah. Yeah. Same here.
And was he I can never get this word out.
Receptive? Oh.
Yeah.
That's a word?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. He was like, oh no, like, it's basically like, I just text whenever like I can, since he's at work or whatever, like I respond whenever I'm able, like available. And I mean, I've seen that, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine with me. If I, cause it's not that game to where it's like, oh, well, it took him this many hours to reply, so I'm going to do that. To me, it just makes me so anxious. And it's like, I don't want to play that game. I don't want to keep doing that tit for tat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so if you take 4 hours to message me and I take 20 minutes to message you, it ain't like, oh, she all over me. She just want me. Like, she just is too available. And it's like, no, I just saw the message and I was available, I guess available to respond. But the next one, I may not. It may take me 2 hours. You know what I mean? And it's just like, we just know kind of like what it is when it comes to communicating. And I don't mind that. It just makes it just easier to where I don't have to focus on that so much. I can focus on the actual conversation at hand.
Right.
You know? Another green flag would be being a gentleman. Like, I know that should be like expected, but like opening the door, the car door, not just the door, like the building door.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like a car door. Like, not saying that you have to do it every time, but if we're going on a date, yeah, I'm gonna need you to do it every time. Every date we go on, yeah. Open that door for me, sir. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, yeah. Because I feel like there are certain things that I would do for my man that he would enjoy. So, like, I need you to do those things in return. And that's one of them. You know, just being just a gentleman. Opening the door. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to, like, if we're at dinner, you don't have to push my chair in for me. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do all that. But if you decide to do it, just know those are bonus points. You know? You're getting bonus points. But just certain things like that. Stuff that you, like, don't do on the regular, I guess, every day that people see. You know? So, yeah.
I like that too. My friend was just telling me about a guy who would take her car, put gas in it, get it cleaned out.
Yeah, see that.
And I was like, yeah, that's it.
Just, like, it snowed outside and, like, you're cleaning my car for me before work. You know what I mean? You're warming it up. Like, that stuff. It's just like being super thoughtful. So, yeah, I like that. Being a gentleman.
I do too.
Yeah.
I would say my last green flag is having shared values, beliefs, and yeah. I guess just wanting the same things out of life.
Yeah, that's important.
I see that a lot of people don't really dream. You know, or they don't I guess we do dream. A lot do dream, but don't take the steps or actions to go towards that dream. Because it's like, oh, it's impossible, or we can't do it, and it's like the vision that God has given me, you know, and hopefully him too, like, yeah, it looks very impossible for sure. But we know that with God, we can do it. And so I not only want him to know of God, I need him to have a relationship with God. Because I need him to pray and be in his Bible and truly lead the household in the way we should go, okay? Because this world is crazy and we need to be covered.
Right.
We need to be covered. And so I need him to have that shared, like, value of loving God and being obedient and wanting our children to also know God and his love and how we truly do need him in this world. Right. And that with him, we can get through anything because we're, you know, I feel like craziness is just, it's bound to happen. Like, life going to be lifing.
Yeah.
So I need him to, like, have that to fall on and to pick him up and to keep him up.
I agree. Those definitely good green flags. Basically, just opposite of our red flags.
Okay. But still, girl, you got me thinking, like, whenever I start this, see, I don't know if I'm going to be dating on here, but whenever I start it, if I do, Because I be feeling like my husband just gonna find me, okay? But of course we got to date first too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, when we get this thing started, we gotta, put some stuff in order.
Yeah. There is one thing I think I saw on TikTok, which I found very interesting. And it kind of goes along with some of the stuff that we had mentioned. This is roughly of what it had said. But it was like, there are people who talk to you in their free time. I'm going to say talk, or just like, think of you or text you in their free time. And then there are people who make free time to talk to you, or like make time, to reach out to you or to text you, to talk to you, or all that stuff. Which I was like, oh, wow. So it's like, okay, I want someone who is going to make the time. Because yes, okay, you may be busy doing all this, but it's like, if you truly make time for someone, that means like you really care for that person. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying every time, but like, oh, so you just text me whenever you're free? Or, oh, you just reach out to me whenever you're free? It's like, I don't know. Thought it was interesting.
I want to add something to that, because when I initially heard that, because I heard that before, and I said the same thing. But I honestly, I'm on both, because it's you have your free time and you're deciding to spend it with me. Because I learned that some people, when they get their free time, they're D&D. Okay, that's me. Or like, phone off. So it's like, something for a guy called me, and I was like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm just going to get a sandwich. And I was like, why are you calling me? And now looking back, I was like, Ryan, what the heck? I don't know. I was immature. And because I was at a dinner, but I still answered the call. He was like, yeah, I'm just getting some food, and I'm just not doing anything. I just wanted to talk to you.
Yeah.
But I did not. I don't know. I don't know what I was on. I don't know what my mindset was then. But I was just like, what?
Why are you calling me? You're doing something. Leave me alone.
I don't know why, but but what's crazy was I was about to talk to him. Like,
yeah.
But then I was just like, I don't know. I can't even explain what my mindset was, but it wasn't, I didn't appreciate it.
No,
I didn't. And you could tell when I answered the call, I didn't appreciate it. Like, I didn't. I was just like, because I was more so like, why didn't you schedule, let me know when you're free, when I'm free?
Is it because he randomly called?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not about him calling because he was going to get a sandwich. It was the random, call.
Yeah. And I was just like, why you
But the fact that you picked up and answered and said, why are you calling me?
I was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you calling me? He was like, because I'm just getting a sandwich. I just wanted to talk to you.
Yeah.
And my friend said, oh, that's actually cute. I was just like, well, why couldn't you? And I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you were doing that. I mean, I can't believe it because it
was wild.
Girl. But I'm learning. I've learned. Let me say that. When it comes to that, I've learned. I was like, oh, that was actually pretty kind.
Yeah.
But he would do that. Oh, I'm just doing nothing. I just wanted to talk to you. But I was more so schedule a time.
Yeah.
But I wasn't doing nothing either. I just I think I just wanted to see that you put in something. I don't know. I can't explain it. It don't make sense. It honestly don't. I'm not trying to justify it either.
That's funny.
But yeah. Yeah. Your girl grew up.
That's funny. I mean, I could see a random call. It would trigger my anxiety. But I would still, if I'm not busy, I would still pick up. Because I do know one time someone did randomly call me. It wasn't random. It was roughly around the time that we have talked before. but he didn't let me know he was calling me. And then I had to shoot him a text, like, when I had saw, and it was probably about, like, some time later, like, oh, like, I'm sorry I couldn't pick up. You know, I'm giving my daughter a bath. You know what I mean? Like, this is the reason why I say after 9, because she has a schedule that I have to stick to. But it definitely triggers that. Triggered anxiety, like a little, like, oh my gosh, like, they're calling me. I don't know why. But I could see that. But it's also it is like a thoughtful thing. So like, oh, they wanted to call and talk in the mix of like, they're actually doing something. You know what I mean? Like, they thought, let me call this person.
Yeah. And I don't, girl. It's okay.
That's funny. But okay, we got to end this because there's like 10 minutes left. Oh. Before it cuts off. So that's the end of this episode. Red flags and green flags and what we want in our future person.
Right.
Do you have any closing thoughts?
Address it the first time.
Yes. Definitely. What? You alright?
Oh, did you hear that?
What, some rumbling?
Yeah.
Well, there was this car that drives by. It's super loud.
That's had to be what it
was. It from me?
Yeah. Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, definitely address it the first time. Notice those red flags and
set them boundaries.
Yeah, set them boundaries. And it's okay to let that person know I'm not interested anymore.
Right. The first time.
Yeah. You don't have to always go ghost. Yeah. Unless not enough they keep at you. Then it's like, all right, I can't respond no more. But yeah. Notice those red flags for sure. And set those boundaries. Okay. Well, we will see y'all next episode.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.